Hey, hey, Jack Daniels, Coach Jack Daniels at the Boxers Training Channel. And we are live. And there is a link in the chat for those who want to jump in and go live on with me. Sort of like a co anchor. Okay, so Jack Daniels again, Coach Jack Daniels of the Boxers Training Channel. We live. We looking to have an exciting evening talking about some boxing, and I think we're ready. I think that this time I got it right with the chat, the live chat, and uh, the stream, whereas the chat can jump in and be on with me. So that being said, let's move forward. So the topic of tonight's subject. Hmm. I'm so disgusted and sick and tired of talking about Ryan Garcia, King Ryan Garcia, and his antics as they pertain to boxing. But it appears that Ryan Garcia is great content. It is a it is the cre- it is the content creators' biggest nightmare, really, because it gets boring to me to continuously talk about Ryan Garcia and his behavior. You know what I mean? It's just like, I don't know, maybe it's me. You know what I mean? In the sense that I've outgrown nonsense and everything that Ryan Garcia represents. It's nonsense. And realistically speaking, I think that the facts are that Ryan Garcia is not being held accountable for his actions because his parents are co-enabling him, enabling him. All right, they seem to think that it's everybody's fault except Ryan that he had a PED, a banned substance, in his system when he fought Devin the Dream Haney. Contrary to the fact that he won that bout in dramatic fashion, the fact remains the same. There will always be an asteroid by that win because of these PEDs. So, what do we do to get Ryan Garcia's parents to take a look at how they enable him to believe a certain way when in all actuality Ryan Garcia was responsible for what he put into his box, into his belly, into his system, contrary to the fact that he says otherwise. He blames, they blame, the Garcias blame everybody but Ryan. With that, how does a child grow up with any normalcy if he is always left without responsibility for his actions? I have to say that I tell my kids everything that you do, you are held accountable and you are responsible for it. There's no wiggling room for responsibility. So I just have to say that Mr. and Mrs. Garcia, I have nothing against you guys, but you need to stop enabling your son and his um and the things that he does because they're wrong, and he will continue to do them as long as you enable him. For you to say, Ms. Garcia, that it's the doctor's fault because they gave Ryan this controlled substance, it's awful. Because he is still held responsible for what's in his system. Maybe one day he'll grow out of that, but it doesn't seem likely. So, I don't know. I just get bored talking about Ryan Garcia. So, what about George Campos Jr.? George Campos Jr. is totally upset, and he should be, with Ryan Garcia for saying that he slept with his wife. After taking a horrendous loss to Vasily Lomachenko Saturday night, Ryan Garcia piled on by um, DMing him, telling him that he slept with his wife, he's a bum, and stuff like that. Now, I'm trying to remember on an occasion when an adult did something that's outrageous. I just can't recall an instance where I can recall where somebody went back behind somebody who had already um, went through a tumultuous set of circumstances, such as George Campbell Jr. has lost to Vasily Lomachenko, and then had to deal with somebody like Ryan Garcia making totally. I just don't know how to even give a quotation as to how I feel about the things that he said. That he slept with his wife. Who would do that? I don't know. Ryan Garcia is a horrible human being, and his people again needs to stop enabling him. Who does that? Who does that? Anyway, my heart goes out to George Campbell Jr. But one thing for sure and two things for certain: George Campbell Jr. is a warrior. Is a warrior, contrary to the fact that the losses that he has encountered on his record, two to Devin Haney and one two to Vasily Lomachenko. Uh, I can honestly say that George Campbell Jr. has never ducked anybody in his entire career. And those, in my opinion, are the actions of a warrior. George Campbell has earned his stripes by fighting and losing to Vasily Lomachenko and Devin the Dream Haney. With that said, hit the subscription button, hit the like button, share my videos with your friends and family. And I don't know, what do y'all think about George Campbell Jr.? And is he a warrior, isn't he? I think he is. With that, I gotta go, y'all.